Have you ever been in a pickle? Is the world your oyster? If so, you've heard quotes from William Shakespeare, the bard himself. So we have Enrico Spada here today from Pittsfield, Shakespeare in the Park. You're going to tell us those, but more importantly, people out there in Western Massachusetts can see free Shakespeare coming up in just about a week or so.
That's right. No, this week.
This week
Thursday,
it begins,
this
the 17th.
Thursday. Exactly. Assuming Mother Nature obliges, yeah, we will have free Shakespeare up at Springside Park in Pittsfield on Thursday, the 17th. It coincides with Pittsfield's Third Thursday street celebration, so people can make a whole day of it. Come out for the festival, stick around for the show.
And the show, Midsummer Night's Dream this year. For people who aren't familiar, it's one of Shakespeare's greatest. Give us a little preview.
Yes, so it's about a group of young teenagers who end up in the woods one night because one of them wants to marry a boy, but her mother in our production doesn't want her to marry him, so they run off into the woods to go get, married. And they encounter these fairies in the woods, and the fairies put this love potion on one of their eyes while they're sleeping, so when they wake up, they fall in love with the first thing that they see. So they end up falling in love with, everybody falls in love with the wrong person, and it's
comedy of errors.
Generally chaos, throughout the night. There's also a group of mechanicals, which are these rustic types that are blue-collar workers rehearsing a play, and they get caught up in the fairy magic, and just things go crazy, chaotic, and it all works out in the end. It's a comedy, but really fun all the way.
Now we're looking at some pictures from Audition, but the summer series, it's kind of like an American, a great American thing that happens all over the country. There's free summer Shakespeare in so many different cities. What's the joy in doing it, and what can a lot of people enjoy by going to see it?
Well, in Boston, I got to see the shows there, and in New York, I got to see the shows there. So of course, I wanted to have something like that up in the Berkshires, and I think it's delightful to be outside and enjoy Shakespeare's words. One thing that's great about it is that there's no, the plays are 400 years old, so there's no rights, so it's easy to do out in the park.
Which is always nice.
But I think people enjoy just picnicking, right? They bring their blankets, their lawn chairs, they bring a little basket of food, maybe some wine, and just watch the show and let it wash over you while you're enjoying and relaxing outside.
And I think a lot of people, myself included, we don't get Shakespeare. It's over our heads. But today we have a little exercise to show people some of the things that you use in your everyday life comes directly from the bard himself. So the phrase "in a pickle," what's the etymology of that?
So that comes from The Tempest, right? Have you seen the Pirates of the Caribbean movie?
Yes.
Where Jack Sparrow is on the island for 3 days just drinking rum. One of the characters in The Tempest, this happens to him. They're on this deserted island, and he's just getting drunker and drunker over the course of the play. And finally, in the end, his master, the king, says to him, "How camest thou in this pickle?" Because it led him astray to where he was about to overthrow his king. So him being drunk caused him trouble, so that's where we get "in a pickle," which is being in a tight spot, in a troublesome, problematic place.
The next one we have, "The world is your oyster." We use it all the time. How does it, what does it mean in Shakespearean times?
So in Shakespearean, it was for a Pistol in The Merry Wives of Windsor. He was let go by his employer, Falstaff, the fat comic knight. And so in revenge, he decides, well, because he has nothing to do, he's basically out on the street, the world is his oyster, which he will, with sword, crack open. So he's plotting his revenge. He's just so excited to be able to get his revenge on his employer that kicked him out into the street.
Now, Enrico, we only have a minute left. Next one, it's all Greek to me. What is that?
In Caesar, Casca, he's listening to Cicero speak. He's proclaiming about Caesar, and he is speaking Greek, obviously, but for him, he just doesn't understand it. And so people took that, "it's Greek to me," to mean anything that's just gone over their head.
There's so many of these phrases, they transition into the modern day. We use them all the time, and we don't remember that they're from William Shakespeare. So if people want to experience it for themselves, they can come out on the 17th through the 28th, free theater in Pittsfield.
That's right. That's right. In Springside Park, right outside, overlooking the city. It's a beautiful view.
It must be. Free Shakespeare. You get a blanket. Nothing better than that. Thank you so much for stopping by today.
Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure having you here.
That.
Hopefully I can catch you there.